Hello everyone, it's Corvette Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Please smash that thumbs up, click the notification bell please, for today's video is going to be C3 Corvette restoration, replacing speakers. Reason why we're doing this video is because I have since returned to the correct radio. Noticing the kick panel speakers are wrong and one is blown. I have already removed the aftermarket speakers that were in the rear here. I want to try to keep this car as close to original and stock as possible, so stay tuned. Okay, so for this job, the tools are simple. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. Right? From there, you'll need probably, just in case, a non-marring pry tool. You're also going to need some speakers and brackets. Right now I have sourced Electrotech 4x10, 810 ohm slim lines. You're going to need slim speakers. We're going to show what these look like here, but S&M Electrotech Incorporated has the speakers that you need. You're also going to need speaker brackets, but we've got a couple situations here. Somebody modified, put some brackets in here. I know that for a fact. And second of all, I have a speaker that has the correct bracket I will reference to show you. Here is what that speaker looks like with the bracket mounted. It also has the harness. But anyway, you're going to need a couple of these. You can get these at these Corvette warehouses, parts warehouses. We may or may not need to do that. What I'm probably going to do is get these installed and then source those brackets. As long as everything works, I'll get the brackets, get back in here, and swap out the modification and put correct brackets on there. This one is riveted. I can always drill these out and use this one. I might do that. Let's see what happens. All right. So you're going to want to open the door, obviously, and we're going to access the kick panel. You know where that's at. Let me move in here. But the speakers are in here. For a 68, I know later years there was dash speakers. We are referencing early C3s here, where the speakers are in the kick panels. And the first thing you want to do is you want to remove the sill plate. This is easy. There's just some Phillips screws here. 2, I think 3, 4. There should be 4, I believe. So let's go ahead and get those removed. This is what they look like. Okay, so you're missing some. What to reference? Notice the head and it's a Phillips. Next, you're going to want to remove these 2 screws here and down here. I've already done that. Phillips again. You're going to need a stubby Phillips for this one, right? So once you do that, it should just be a matter of trying to pry this back, like so, as much as I can get it. And then in here, you just need enough wiggle room, as you can see what I did there, to wiggle this out. And from there, you have speaker. All right? So now, let's get a closer look. You can probably see the screws at 4 corners there. Let's go ahead and get those out. Once you get the 4 screws out that were in it, that speaker should drop down. You see the dynamat. And what I'm seeing here is some wires spliced. That looks like the stock connector there, folks. And obviously I'm going to have to do something with these brackets here to get my new speaker to mount up. So we're going to have to kind of improvise there, and we'll show what we do as we do it. Folks, basically I drilled these rivets out. That's not something you're going to normally have to do, so I didn't really video that. Would have been kind of hard anyway, but hopefully you can see they're out. I'm going to finish drilling those rivets out there. I'll get them out. We're going to show how the speaker's supposed to go in there, so Stay tuned. All right, folks, in that hole, right? The speaker's supposed to go like so, right? But you see, it's hitting. It don't fit. So let me show you what the correct speaker is going to look like here. All right, folks, be very careful. I'm going to show you something here. This speaker, it's got the right mounting tab. It even has a wire, right? This ain't right. It won't fit in that hole. See it? It's not right. It won't fit. Fortunately, we got the correct speakers from Electrotech. See the difference? Slimline. That's true slimline. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. All right, now we're going to hook it up. But you see how that red dot is there? Okay, according to the instructions, connect the green wire to the terminal with the red dot on the frame of the speaker and the black to the other terminal. So green to here, black to there. Obviously my wires have been modified, but as you can see that we have a ground, clearly a ground. So you're going to hook what's the green wire to the red dot. If you want to know how to be sure and you don't have that, right? If you hook up the terminals and it's connected properly, when you turn on the radio, when you power it up, the speaker cone will move out, away from the magnet, a small distance when the radio is turned on. If the cone moves inward towards the magnet, reverse it. So let me connect this now. All right, folks, now before we use our little terminals here to match up, I want to give you a trick on how to crimp them. When you crimp them, you see this bump and then this shallow piece? You're going to insert it into there, but basically, I don't know if you can see it, but if you look inside, well, you can't see it, but if you look inside, it's going to be split, right? And you don't want to put the split to that side. You want to put the split to this side. That'll be the proper way to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that for you. It'll be too hard for me to hold it, but basically, the split to here when you put it in there before you crimp it. And there it is, mounted. A bit of electrical tape to keep the debris out. So now, obviously, it's going to go in that hole. We'll show how we do that and how we will bolt it up. All right, folks, what you didn't see is behind the scenes me taking that bracket off the other speaker that wasn't right and mounting it to this speaker. Well, that was a comedy, but it worked and it's ready to go. Now I have another bracket for the other side because between the time I'm doing this now and the time we wrap this video up, I will have already purchased it. Haha, comedy there for you. Anyway, folks, we're going to bolt this up now. Okay, now that we have that speaker in there, we're going to put the kick panel back on. It's a little bit tricky, but I'm going to kind of show because I ain't going to be able to film me actually doing it. But you're going to kind of go like this. It's going to come under and slide up in. All right, so you'll feel it out, but yeah. It's going to take a little bit of maneuvering here. And there the kick panel is installed. We're going to put the rail back on, reverse of the disassemble, and we'll move to the other side. Let's hope it's not as big of a pain as this side was. Lots of improv here, folks. All right, we're going to move to this side and replace this speaker now. It's going to be the same thing. You're going to remove those 4 screws, Phillips. You're going to remove that screw with a stubby and that screw. You're going to kind of pry this panel up and out, and the speaker will be behind there. We don't have to show that in great detail. We already took a look at the other side. It's pretty self-explanatory, but what do you want to bet that speaker is also riveted in there somehow? I'm betting so. All right, hold on. Let's check it out. Once you got all those screws out, it's just a matter of lifting. And again, you're going to kind of pry this back a little bit here. And you want to... Yeah, it came out a little easier. And what do we have, folks? This one may not be riveted. Let's get it out, though. Okay? Alright, we're going to attempt to video this while I take these screws out. Hopefully I don't get in the way. So it's pretty, you know, self-explanatory. You're just gonna remove screws, try not to lose them. Something I'm good at. Let's get a bigger one. To get out. Well, here's the speaker removed. We clearly know which one is negative by the black line on the wire and the positive. So from there, let's take a look, see what we got left. There is some kind of little bracket there, riveted, of course. We're gonna get that out somehow. We won't show doing that because that's just a manual process you probably won't have to do. And this bracket looks like it's going to come out when I get that rest of that screw out. So I'm going to do that and then show what it looks like as we mount the new speaker. Alright folks, probably kind of hard to see, but I drilled those rivets out, got that bracket out of the way. I'm going to put the new one in there. And there it is, mounted correctly, as you can see, with the bracket on the bottom. And make sure you get positive and positive right, and negative right. That's it. We're going to wrap this back up, but you don't need to see that. Please stay tuned. Smash that thumbs up. Thank you very much. This is Corvette Dan. Till the next one.